Guru. Kill the guru.
I'll look at the research. I'll look at it for what it is. I'll look at the, if you like, the bro science, the empirical stuff, the stuff that people say, well, look, hey, I just did this in a gym and I found this kind of worked for me. And I think, well, yeah, okay, I'll look at that as well, you know. But again, I'll look at it in context. So, you know, the days where you think, right, I'll go in the gym and find a dude who's like, looks fucking ripped and big and is training hard and speak to them. And that brings me on to another quick point. But I'll come to that in a second. You know, that's now being decried as a way to do it. Actually, what you should do is you go to the internet and read someone's research, and that will tell you how to get big, or that'll tell you how to get ripped, right?
Right.
And yet, reality is you can draw from both camps.
Yes.
And often the two do match up as well. It's not like never the twain shall meet with this. You know, there's often a very, very big grey area between the sort of empirical bro science stuff and the research science-based stuff, which crosses over, and that's because one tends to precede the other. You know, if it's chicken and egg syndrome, which comes first, the bro science or the science? Now I'm going to put my hand in the bro science camp. I'm going to say what happens is people try stuff and then scientists come along and think, oh, that's kind of interesting. This guy said that we've been doing this in the gym. Let's find out if that works. You know, or, you know, and then at the very, very highest level, even at the highest level in the industries, if you look at maybe Sky's cycling for a great example of how they've used science brilliantly, but you still get the impression that Sir Dave Brailsford is a very intuitive coach. Is he a coach who's completely led by the science, or does a lot of his coaching decisions that have led to such success with cycling, are a lot of those decisions based on intuition, understanding his athletes, knowing how to get the best from each individual in his team? I don't get the impression that he's blindly led by the science, and I don't think we should be either, you know.
Kill the guru.
I think the key points that I kind of felt that people need to do is they need to learn more from their experiences rather than just going on countless courses, because we'll touch on this in the business sort of side of things, but people don't really buy your qualifications. In fact, the level of diligence of industry, people coming to buy PT is really low. You know, they just go, I need to get a trainer. And that, you know, that in my experience, very few people go, I've got to have a Poliquin, or I've got to have a Czech trainer, or this. They don't really know about any of that stuff. And I mean, there are a few select people who maybe do, but generally speaking, you know, that's not really important. People buy you as a product. You know, they're less interested in your qualifications and all this kind of stuff. It's more about, you know, from where I can see, a lot of trainers are really well qualified, but their personalities are where they're lacking. You know, they're not particularly earnest. They don't have great empathy towards their clients. In fact, sometimes the more qualified they get, the less empathetic they are, you know. They don't realize that personal training is not about science as much as it's about art, you know. It's about building relationships, encouraging behavior change. You know, if you can't encourage behavior change in your clients, you won't get results. No matter how clever your training program, no matter how you've hormonally assessed people, no matter what supplements you give them, whatever that kind of stuff, right? If you can't inspire them to change their behavior, if you don't give them good motivation, if you're not providing good peer support for them, if you don't have a warm personality, then that's going to be hard for you to develop a good career path through that.
Guru. Kill the guru.